Welcome back, everyone, to another stream. Saturday night. I got on a little bit later, but that's fine. We're also going to be doing another later stream as well with this. Going to have a few drinks, have a few chill chats, and everything included. And yeah, so let's sort of dive in. We know. Night. I got on a little bit later, but that's fine. We're also going to be doing another. Okay, well, I just heard myself, so that's great. That's groovy. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of later stream after I feed the cat and put him to bed. He gets cranky if you don't put him outside. I don't blame him. He's kind of like me when I get tired. So yeah, let's figure this stuff out. I know some people go, oh, well, geez, it might be some overshare what we've been talking about and things like that. But no, honestly, this is... I'm doing Satisfactory for a chill stream. Have a few drinks, have a few chats, just overall enjoy ourselves. Why did my chat window die? Chat window, why did you die? Why did you dead? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. So yeah, last time, what did we do last time? Oh yes, that's right. We started building this base. We started getting furnaces up and running. We started cleaning up. If you haven't been here and whatnot, you're just tuning in now, and I hope that you stay around and you subscribe and do all the likes and share, because I really do appreciate it. Anyways, if you haven't known, this is our resource hub that we're building, where it's just going to be bare basics, nothing too fancy for construction. So it's just basically here, it's just pulling copper out. Then we have a bit of work to do up here. We're actually going to have four. We're going to have 4 iron ore going in, producing various parts. I thought about just having 2 and splitting it, but in the end I decided no, I don't want to go that route. I want to basically have 1 ore pumping into each section. Now that also means the smelters and stuff off these ones are going to be brought forth, duplicated, and then brought in. And that also means I have to clean some stuff out of the way here. Alright, that looks good. Except for this problem. Probably could have done that to begin with. So yeah. I actually have more holes here than smelters, really. Now if I walk away, does it close? Damn. Okay, it's automatic mode. There we go. So yeah, we have 4 smelters and 5 holes. I guess that one was supposed to be that one. I guess we can fix that. Knock that out, just put a regular wall in here. And we've also got tons of limestone now. We have 2 of them producing. And we've decided too, we're also going to do the wall straight across now, double it up, and then do a windowed wall, and then the roof on top of this for a simple basic factory. So yeah, we got a limestone coming in. It's being constructed, pardon me. And we have endless concrete again. To the point where I'm officially going to shut down the main plant up here. That's it. We will cement the floor off. Oh, damn it. If you wonder, that beer went down the wrong tube. So, personal notes, not much has changed, really. We've been, company-wise, we've been busy, and I actually am to the point where I'm actually going to start thinking about doing advertisement again. And basically the only reason why I do the advertisement is just so when we go to do changes and everything else, like we go from basically doing outside construction, and we flip to inside renovations. Now, the only reason why I do the major advertising is just to let everyone know that, okay, we're switching now, so if you guys want any work done, let us know, because then, you know, we can help you out. So yeah, this guy is going to be end production, which is good because I need him for the iron. So we can finish that up, let that finish and go down. This will, I guess, be kind of covered. There'll be some limestone in the base, apparently. Yeah, I guess I can build that one up. The lab now can grow. And one more outside here. We actually still have an outside. Can't imagine there's actually that much cement in this thing. Alright. So you're done. Entirely, it's done. So the edge of the main base is actually really starting to grow now. I almost want to say, how do I raise it? Let's build menu, sample build middle button. Okay, let's entirely case it. There. Now at least all we're doing is sort of, we have a wall section to build off of. It could be stairs and whatnot, or it could be a pillar for upstairs, or what have you. That thing is completely out of, that is completely out of material, isn't it? It is. I don't know if I got any more vegetation. What do I got here? Some, but very, I have very minor and minimal. That was leaves. Would add up to a lot more biomass. Really does. So I guess for now we can put this back in here. I thought there was another one. Is that it? Am I blind? Say I'm blind. Alright, but we got actually quite a bit. Cement. That's it, man. We can get rid of this, we can get rid of this, we can get rid of the constructor. I can hear my cat downstairs giving her hell. That's right, he's just playing. We bought him a bunch of new toys today, so he's downstairs, he's having a ball, which means he's gonna sleep like a frickin' champion tonight. He'll be like, game over, man, game over. You know, we have actually a really good chunk of this base that is done. We do that, but it somehow still works. I mean, it's up top there, but alright, so basically we've got this all cleaned up. We no longer have cement running up here. That's fine, because we'll actually have a conveyor system with a storage unit to take this stuff. I've got tons of copper ore. Limestone, I don't need any of that. Leaves, that can all frickin' go. Portable miner again, that's positive. More, that's iron. That stuff I don't need. Actually don't need all this friggin' copper either. It goes down by 1. Actually, the iron makes it go down further. Alright. And this, yes, will be my main base. And if you're wondering, Um, this thing's really tall and everything. Everything in the main base is going to be at minimum four blocks high. That's empty, and then we're going to do a secondary assembler and everything. Basically, through here, like there's going to be a wall going. I can actually do that now. A wall going across here, at least 2 high. Power, we can do a double with. I can't afford it. No, I don't have any copper wire. I know where there is some. So we can come down here. We can go get our copper wire. We can come get a copper wire, get everything organized for up there. We can start organizing and figuring out how wires can be run and things like that too. Although we still have a lot of work to do down here. I do believe, do I have conveyors that are wall mounts? Logistics, yes I do. I've got conveyor, I've got conveyor wall, conveyor ceiling mounts, conveyor lift floor holes, plus the conveyor lift itself. Yeah, total, we actually have a pretty good setup that we can start with. And I tell you, oops, I may have missed that bit. A lot. I missed that a lot. Okay, you know what? I'm going to shut these off for now. Because we have endless supplies. And we can switch them over anyways. And we've got a few assemblers, but I ran out of material to build any more, so actually I could. Or constructors, I guess they are. Of course I need that, so. And I'm trying to actually put everything as like a conveyor going up, only because then it's a lot easier. Like you can walk underneath everything. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's just a lot nicer, cleaner, neater. How are we doing down here? Do you guys need any more biomass, solid biomass? Yeah, I could use some in here. Let's get one more up and running. See, we have 160 megawatts of power capacity, and right now our production is only using 48 to 50. So, we're doing good. Okay. Let's get another one of these guys up and running. Well, when I say up and running, he's just going to be parked here. Special, nope. It is minor. What am I hearing? Is it a bird? I'm honestly hearing something moving. Where? Or is it just the leaves going by? There's another frickin' iron deposit over here. I don't think I need it though. It's also pure. Honestly, I don't think I require it. I think with the nodes that we're running and stuff like that, I'll build another miner. Portable miner, so I can pop in another one there. Then we should be probably pretty good. Holy shit. That's what I fucking heard. I hear another one.
too late.
That's because you're hearing spiders everywhere. Yeah, it has no power. No worries.
Harvest it.
That's great, but where is it? Okay. I feel like we ventured into a Starship Troopers episode here. More limestone.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their
There's a puppy
part
dog
to harness
there.
alien artifacts.
Okay, there's bugs flying. That might have been the only one, to be honest. Okay, he's up and running now, technically. So that would be the second one, right? We don't actually have anything in that one, so we could go the first one here. Huh. Hang on. Okay. What do you mean, comply? Fuck you, I can do what I want. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we can get iron going across. That's positive. Let's get one of these up and running. Same thing. And likewise with this going across. Okay, so you are going to make ingots. Hey! And these all got power too, okay. And you, what are you gonna make? Iron plates? Yes, you're gonna make iron plates. There we go. So we got one of them running. Hey look, puppy, 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 puppy. Hello, puppy. Hello, pet. Doggo! Come here. Doggo, doggo, doggo. Pet, pet, pet the doggo. Pet the doggo. Meanwhile, what the world actually sees through my camera is me running through the bush going, pet the doggo, pet the doggo, pet, 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 pet. Did you get anything? Weird bird. So technically speaking, this guy is, is it this one? Is it this one? I mean, I can shut both of them down. I can start dismantling everything here because we're gonna essentially shut it down and move it over anyways, so. Okay, that's just gonna be straight. Straight over. Yeah, and then we just got one more to build. Now, do I actually have the necessary things to do? Well, basically, anytime we need steel plates or anything, we'll get it out of here first. Actually do another assembler if I wanted to. These are all empties. Oh, he's on the outside of the facility now. Don't worry, he'll figure it out. He'll be over here in no time. Oh yeah, I do have the thing. I need a... I can actually do a portable miner. Alright. Don't need anything out of here, so I just need a portable miner. I'll need more rods too. Low on my rod count. Alright. These flowers reproducing in my base. Kind of feel that they are. I don't know if I actually need to expand my building further out beyond this point. Except I don't think I've actually finished it beyond this point. Oh, maybe I have. Yeah, maybe I have. Okay, so I can basically build walls wise, we want to do an automated gate right about there. Actually, you know what? I might do a side door right in the corner here. I feel there might be a spider coming again. Or it's my friend the doggo. Must be a cave nearby. That must be where the spider came from. He was quite peeved. Okay, there's that one. Okay.
Picking up multiple Fix-It personnel in the area. Proceed with harvest before it's too late.
Multiple Fix-It personnel. You don't say. Alright, so I'm not seeing any movement here. What's going on here? Okay. Man, this is trippy. The player is in the way. Alright. I'm no longer in the way. Okay, this guy will be Rod Boy. Okay, he's Rod Boy. And then we're going to have the next one is the alternate cast. Okay, I don't think I need... I could actually close these up and bring them straight over and loop them from here. So I could get rid of these ones. And I could do it the other way. So let's do them. One from here. And one here. Yeah, that'll work. And then, of course, where the cans come across, that's where we'll have massive division going through. The problem is, I have not finished my sea cans here. Organization can. Can you do the can? This is the only place where this actually goes across. Boop. I tell you, it's been, I wouldn't say an interesting week, but it was an interesting week. Been a long week. We did actually a ton of work. Like I can't really complain. We were hired to do this handicap ramp, and essentially. It's exactly as it sounds. It was a 12 by 16 deck with a 48-foot ramp. Yeah, and of course, the problem with the ramp is you have to be very, very careful on the requirements to build such a ramp because as a handy ramp for wheelchair accessibility and things like that, you can't have more than 3% grade. So bringing it over 48 feet, not a problem because you're only going up 36 inches as a total. So we managed to do it where It was only going up 3/16 of an inch, which is nothing. Actually, no, it wasn't 3/16. It was a 32nd more than an eighth per foot. So really gradual. I think I told myself 3/16 because it was an easier number to figure out. It was an eighth plus. Oh, the door's on that side. Alright. Alright, let's figure this out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to dismantle this entirely. So this one, let's go like this. What's straight? What's coming off straight? This is straight? I think that's actually more of a upscaled ramp. A little bit. Alright. This will be the first one. Okay, this one will be the alternative. I don't know if, actually now that I think about it, I may not need that one at all. I might only need the 3 for now, right? I'll keep this in place for now as it is, but I don't know if I necessarily need it. Okay, let's see. Let's, logistics. Let's go conveyor wall. Okay, so it's this guy that we need. Okay, that works out perfect. And it's nice high. It's off the ground. I like it. Okay, we'll do the same thing over here. Bam. Okay, this is the alternate one. These are going to be the screws. So you, sir, are ingots. And you, sir, are alternate cast. I feel everything is offline. Why is everything offline? Because these don't have any power. No fucking wonder. You know what? I might have to put a pole up in between here. Sir, you power that one. That might be the reason why none of the iron is moving. Wish I saw that sooner. So yeah, anyways, it wasn't so much an issue of trying to figure out how to build these ramps or figuring out how to do this or that or whatnot and how you do it and things. The biggest issue behind all of this, simply put, that's working way better now. Simply put, was the simple fact of drilling the holes. And this ground was hard. It was everything we could do to drill them with my gas-powered auger. It's just a one-man auger. It works really good most of the time, but it was hard going this time. And then the worst part is the last 3 holes it was bogging down. I couldn't figure out why. I figured out why. I tore it all apart today. The damn thing had, well, because it's a carburation unit and it's 50-to-1 fuel mix, the oil gums up the bowl. And if the bowl gums up, the float sticks. So I tore all of that apart. I got it rebuilt. Put it back together, turned it on, it works like a charm now. Unfortunately, it works like a charm now. I had to do a lot of work to get it to that point. So this one doesn't actually go anywhere now. Get rid of that, and I can get rid of this. That's it. If the opportunity presents itself where I need that secondary unit, I'll put that secondary unit in. For now, I don't. And for now, this is actually working pretty good. So as a base model, we're cruising. We're actually doing some pretty amazing things right now. Now, the one thing that I absolutely need, well, I need to bring more solid fuel down. But the one thing I absolutely do need right this instant, soon, very soon, is I need a stackable conveyor belt so I can actually bring the components up to the main base. And glass. It'd be great to get some glass so then we can actually start finishing building that main factory. And a stackable conveyor instead of running them separate is going to be way better. Way better, I'm telling you. I mean, this looks so ominous with just a block here now. And this thing is out of joy juice. Okay, got a ton of iron in me. I should go to the fix it or destroy it bin. And I hope that I actually got some tickets. I know I had one the last time I was here. I need to get rid of this. So I need to get rid of, and all the ore of that. I think we're good on everything else. I don't have anything else to do here. We have 2 tickets. Oh, that's the mushroom top. Welcome back, Big Norsk. Okay. Organization, indoor lighting, floodlights, all of that would be great. Management. So foundations, I don't need any of the foundations yet. Walls. Windowed walls is what we need. Silica. I need silica from the MAM. That's one of the big things. And the other thing we were looking at was, I don't care about customizer. Fix-it cart. We could have a boombox, and then we could put fix-it tapes in, including like Goat Simulator, Synthome, Michael boombox tape, Sanctum boombox, and of course Sanctum 2. Sanctum 2 that's the sweetheart one. Of course we can get parts. We can actually get biofuel, but that's expensive for what it is. I think it is in management, isn't it? Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's not part of this. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's part of that. And the other thing that we need to absolutely get going soon with is basically just getting this sucker up and running for a spaceport. And I think I wanted to do the spaceport back here, if memory served. You guys let me know on this one. I need a lot more copper wire, but yes, I think I wanted to do it right about here or something like that. I just need copper wire and then we're good. Yeah, no. Tier 1's done. Tier 2, we need to do part assembly. So we need an assembler. Jump pads. And logistics 2. Logistics 2, there we go. Logistics 2 is what we need. We need the stackable conveyor. And we could roughly get this all done with the plates and everything else. Belt 2s, everything. Everything for the main plant down there. And we also need to go... First of all, let's get this spaceport up and running. Let's see about that. Let's get it going down here first. If we can. And then we can sort of figure out beyond there. We're kind of stuck right now between a hard place and a rock because we can't build any more on the factories until we get specific parts. And of course, we can't get specific parts without building the spaceport and other things. It's one of the objective missions, for frick's sakes. Build the space elevator. And it opens up tier 3 and 4. Which is great because that's also part of the Steam projects. Oh yeah, I forgot. You know what we should really do here? Because I'm too lazy to go that way. Is that one? That was one. Alright, so, foundations ramp. Oh, this is the tricky thing. Let's do this as 2. I don't use 2 very often anymore. Well, it'll be close. Player is in the way. No. Player is not in the way. I mean, I'm a little short on that regards. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, we need to move back. I can't stand doing it like this. Oops. Two. I can hear my cat downstairs. He is having a frickin' ball with those stupid toys. Which, by the way, is awesome. It was entirely the reason why we bought the toys, so he doesn't destroy the rest of the house, so he can actually, well, one, be active. It was supposed to be an outside cat, but he's terrified of outside. Like, he gets anxiety about going outside. Sometimes he actually will, depending on it, he will become brave. And by that, I mean, he acts like he's tough and everything and whatnot, but he'll only come outside and he'll only go about halfway to maybe 3/4 of the way down the sidewalk if he's beside me. Otherwise, nope. Nope. They won't go there. I mean, we'll make this like a freaking bridge going across here. Oops, that's not connected to anything. Anyway, we got endless cement, so. I mean, it's close. That's close enough. I can go boop and go up the ramp. So we need copper. Lots of it. This pisses me off. This is not in line with the other ones. I know. It's gonna go. It's fine. Totally fine. There we go. It's the wrong direction. That's right. But now that isn't right. Seriously, game? Work with me. Of course, the ramp's too short. Not that. This. There we go. There. Oh, it's a lot stress-free. And if you watch Baldur's Gate 3, I do apologize. I don't know what the hell's going on with that game. It freezes constantly getting to that point. it even teleports me into walls. I have no idea what's going on with it. It's unfortunate because I did really enjoy that game when I started, and now it's unplayable. It's just unplayable. I don't know what the hell they've been working on with it, but it's a pile of trash now. Oh, I came down here with solid biofuel. I came down here to do this. It's really what I came down here for. I need 1,500 of that, but I mean, this stuff running, I can fill it up. It's using a heck of a lot more power now than it did. Which is funny because I've eliminated a lot of it. Then you watch the ore, doesn't move, doesn't move, doesn't move, and all of a sudden it'll move. There it goes. I mean, I can't complain. Well, yes, I can. I can complain. Then I have a straight shot. Bird! Look at that's much better. I can just go straight to my base now. There was the first time I ever played this as a playthrough right through. I actually built a road everywhere. Not asphalt, I built cement roads everywhere. The reason why I put the door here and the garage here is this simple reason right here. Technically speaking, I could just build a ramp off the side here. We will get to the cars eventually. Hell, we'll get to everything else eventually too. It's no longer chunking through anything. I tell you, if you want to get rid of stuff quick, throw it in here. It does an amazing job getting rid of the stuff quick. Alright, I think we have enough stuff now for the space elevator. One problem is, I just need to be back here so I can line it up. I think we're probably pretty good there. This thing is monstrous, by the way. It dwarfs everything around it. See, these are all inbound channels that you can put stuff into. Here comes the space elevator. Down she comes. And down she comes. Way to anchor her. Oh, I guess I did kind of need to build more cement. That's what I kind of feared too. It's like, yeah, I know the size of this thing. It's friggin' huge. Yeah, the pad is sticking out the sides here too. That's fine. We can solve this. It's now embedded in cement. Nicely sitting on a pedestal. Alright, phase 1 is completed. Now we gotta work on this crap to get tier 3 and 4 stuff working. but it's built. I mean, we did one major thing. We got one major task completed tonight, and that's get the spaceport built. Now the next question is we need to be able to... Oh yeah, I built that over here. One, I need better weapons so I can explore more. One, it wouldn't be actually a bad thing. Wouldn't be a bad thing at all in that factory there is if we could bring coal in. We need to find some coal. Guys, you know, Zapper, I don't have anything else that I can really use. We do have that other alien Carpies. So we can get it tested. Alien organisms, that would be you. Okay, there we go. We need these. At some point we need to get this. That's kind of major. Oh, that's new. Rebar gun. Rebar gun is huge. Sulfur, we haven't really worked towards too much else. Nutrients, I don't have any of those to make the healing packs. Deuterium, ooh, stun rebar, that's new. That hard drive. I think probably the main thing that we really need to focus on right now, as a right now situation, is specifically get more organic material, but we desperately need to start thinking about going exploring. I think that's one thing that we should probably think about doing fairly soon. All this stuff doesn't really matter too much. Definitely need a ton more organic matter. Which it wouldn't be a bad thing too, because this is just a constructor. Let's put the constructor up here, and then we can finish up down here too. Production, constructor. And can. Because right now we can put that can and loop it into here. So let's go organization, can. That is the outbound, isn't it? The inbound. Crap. We can do that. Okay, that works for there. But for now, let's go output to input. That's the easiest way to unload it. And we get the rest of the base going here. That way too, we're also not tripping over this stuff anymore. Okay, so foundation, we can just go boop, 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 boop. It's not going to take too long to get that going. Moving. Yeah, it's already moved most of it. No longer need that. We can actually pull from this one, just go to here. And this one produces that. And we can just actually makes things nice and simple. We could do the storage can here. That's neater. Actually, no. No. No, there's a way that's even neater. We can do this really professional. Can. In. This way. Okay, they're pretty close to being lined up. That'll work. So you can still come in and go boop. Okay, that'll be a little bit. But there, at least we got most of that going to be cleaned up now. That's all good. Yeah, fortunately, we got a little bit of a map, but we have not explored too much. There's a fireball dude down here. I know there is. I don't have the rebar to fight him, because he is a long distance boy. So probably just explore down and around. I would have to say that was probably an alien animal, not stone. Because when you look at it, that would be his spine, and that's a rib cage, right? Going off to his head. Right? So his head was over here somewhere, but this was his arm going down. It's now stone, but and that was his rib cage. Oh crap. So ancient serpent creature thing. We are on an ancient world, so anything be possible. This stuff is all working great. That's why I say, instead of using biofuel and wasting a bunch of stuff, we could just be using coal. And I do have a portable miner with me. That's another thing, I should bring plates with me. I have 129 plates with me right now. But I should bring some plates. I'm not going to grab these ones, I'm going to grab out of here. That way I can clean up these sea cans at some point. Or these cans. Bring a bunch of these and probably a bunch of rods with us too. Just in case we find concrete. In case we find shit down here, we can grab it and bring it up. I wouldn't mind just bringing coal up and stockpiling it. Even if I split it up and put it in like 4 or 5 cans. Just to stockpile it for now, I'd be happy with that. There's a road down here somewhere too. Oh. No. No, it's not a road. There's a river. Or a creek. Bacon and geyser. I think, wasn't there something that I could tap into the geysers to produce power too? Can't remember now. I know I've created steam power out of here before. Like, I could get all the technologies instantly and simultaneously, but I'm trying to do it neat. I've hosed, this would be the road I was talking about. I've hosed myself before. Several times, actually. I've worked my way and going, okay, I'll build a constructor, I'll build an assembler over here. The constructor will do this, put it into the assembler. Great, get another technology. It's like, how the hell am I getting the material out of that thing, over top of that thing, on top of that other one? Then you're looking going, how's this supposed to work? Don't know. Excuse me a second. The cat has decided to do things. Did you drop the gate?
don't mind the Destructo kitty.
Actually, Destructo hasn't really done too much. He was... Oh, they are charging. Come here, Bacon. I shall name you Bacon. Hog remains. So yeah, no, he just knocked down the gate, scared the hell out of him. Gave him a couple pets, he's all calm. Basically what he was trying to do is he was just trying to come and let me know it's getting close to his bedtime. We put him outside. Typically this is when he starts getting activated. He's gonna sleep like a champ tonight because he's been playing since 7. Usually has a cat nap. Alright, there's a hog remain here and a hog remain here. Can I get it? These are the ugliest frickin' hogs. Reminds me of something from Duke Nukem. Gotta wait for it to disappear. Anyways, yeah, no. The cat was just, well, he's let me know that it's getting close to his bedtime and then he must be put out soon. Which is fine. He's a good cat. Cat nothing, he's 4 months old. Honestly, I don't know what kind of breed he is. Speaking of, like, a calico tortoiseshell, he's got a little bit of tabby coloring on his tail. But other than that, there's no tabby really left to him. He's got a calico, well, sort of tabby face, a little bit. But he's 90% white. Like, white. Very beautiful cat. And he's not short hair. He's sort of a medium. But this thing is growing exponentially. Like, most kittens at 4 months that I remember raising over the years, and I've raised a few. Being on a farm, you raise a few. Typically, your tabbies and your mixies, as I call them, 4 months old, they're typically around 4 or 5 pounds, typically, and they grow to being an adult size of around 8 to 9 pounds, right? So that's a normal size for them. Fuzz though? No, he is. Oh, we got more hogs. He is anything but normal. He is 4 months old and he's 9.5 pounds. And growing like a frickin' tank. And when I say that he is a tank, I'm not kidding. He is a male cat, but he's muscular as hell. He doesn't jump. Well, not much. Like, he might jump 2 feet off the ground, but to be honest with you, that's nothing for a cat, right? He doesn't really jump. He climbs. Like, if he really wants on the counter, he won't jump up there. He'll put his front paws on the frickin' edge of the counter and just lift himself up. And he can, because he is a strong boy. And I'm not kidding. He is a very strong boy. One of the largest cats that I've ever actually raised. And right now, I honestly don't know what kind of breed he is or anything. I've had a couple people. I can't honestly say there's any truth to this whatsoever. But I've had a couple people tell me now that if you look at him the right way, he has a lynx face. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's here every day and I see him every day and he gives me cuddles and boops my nose and things like that. I don't see it. But I will say he's got a wider face than normal cats. And he does have the little black tufts on the top of his ears, which is super cute. until he gives you the glare. If he gives you the glare, not so super cute. Holy fuck. I was investigating to see why that slug was floating. I wasn't expecting you to kick my ass. You coming for me, or are you just being a bad boy hiding out? Just be a bad boy hiding out. Okay. So yeah, no, I've honestly, I am completely, you could say, dumbfounded by this cat. He's honestly amazing. Okay. Smart as hell too. Like, this is not a dumb cat. When you tell him something, he understands. It's not like English is a foreign language and he has no idea what you're talking about. Because he does. He understands you. More than an infant understands their parent yelling at him. See, that's why I say this is an alien freaking being. No way I can climb this. Nope. Why did that run? But yeah, no, Fuzz is he's a great cat. It was hilarious. Dad was over, and Dad was actually here when we got him, and I got him out of the wood pile and that. My stockpile, as I call it. It's the leftovers from job sites. And he, I pulled him out, and he kind of nurtured him and whatnot for a while too. And he says, like, we brought him into the garage, and the cat, obviously, as a tiny kitten, he pissed and shit on the floor, which is not a problem. We looked at him and went, hey, you don't know any better, you're a kitten. No one's ever told you where to go. And he was going to clean it up. I said, no. Where's the poop? He says, well, it's over here. Scooped it up. Threw it in the litter box, right? Picked him up. Put him in the litter box. He sniffed his poop and looked at the litter box and went, oh, that's where that goes. Covered it up and went, cool. And from then on, he was litter trained. It was almost instant. It was basically like, oh, cool, that's where that goes. And you're looking going, well, that didn't take long for him to figure that one out. It's like, okay, understood. And there's been a few other instances. It's like, okay, how to train him. Okay, this is how I did it with the other ones. And it's like, all of a sudden, you start looking and it's like instant gratification, and they go, okay, I know not to do that now. Like, everyone always says, well, it's no different than spanking your child. I still believe firmly in spanking your children. You don't even have to do it hard. It's the thought of it. If you smack them upside the bum and say, don't do that again, chances are they're going to that's going to program into the brain and go, oh crap, I don't want to do that again. So you just even raise your hand and they go, oh, no, I don't want that. Nope, don't do it. Same with a cat. You're not abusing the animal. All you do is grab him by the scruff of the neck, give him a little quick tap, tell him don't do that, and you smack him on the nose doing it, and he basically, that's it, man. He never does it again. It's like, oh, that was bad. I don't want to do that again. It's not like you hurt him, because you didn't. Not at all. It's just that's how they learn. And I know a lot of people go, well, that's animal abuse. No, it isn't. No, not at all. Now, if you purposely punched your animal or abused them in what way, I do have a problem with that. That's a little different. There's a fine line there. I do understand that. There's definitely a fine line. You do not want to cross that line. But I don't do it to harm them. I just do it to smarten them up and go, hey, you know what? No. And water doesn't work on this cat. Well, it does, but it doesn't. The threat of the water bottle actually has more deterrent on him than actually squirting it. If you squirt him with it, he just stares at you like, you done now? Because now it's my turn. But if you even just raise the water bottle, it's like, oh, no, no. And he's fine. So, I don't know. And more or less, he actually understands quite well that if you tap him on the nose, like, you don't even have to hit him. Just tap him on the nose and say no. He gets that. He knows that's not good. I punched that guy in the ass. Got that. Ah! Get that one now. So no, he actually learns pretty quick on that stuff. Now, does he do certain things for spite and purposely try to do things because of certain things? Yes. Yes, he does. It's kind of like, think you can do that, human. But you know what? I think otherwise. I'm going to tell you otherwise. But overall, like really overall, I can't complain. And I try to tell this to a lot of people. You gotta understand, he's 4 months old. Yes, he's the size of a full-grown adult cat. He isn't. He is a kitten. So there's got to be a little bit of give or take. It's like, if it was an adult, you might smack him upside the head and go, you can't do this shit. But you can't. You got to give him a little leadway because he's still learning. He's a kitten. It takes time for him to learn. And I don't know. It's like children. I've seen some parents have really struggled with this concept before. It's like, no, what you're doing, you can't do.
Levels akin to synthetic quartz manufactured on Earth and can be used to improve communication and exploration technologies. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Cool. So yeah, like I was saying, going back to children, you can't expect them to be like adults at 5 years old. You just can't. Or 2. I know one person a couple of years ago. His kids still call me uncle, even though there's no relation there. But I remember he was yelling at him, and I looked at him and said, "Why are you yelling at him? They're 2. They're going through the terrible 2s. They're going to have to get into trouble and learn. That's the only way. They're going to do stupid shit, because I guarantee we did." And when I explained it to him, like, we've done some pretty stupid shit over the years. And he goes, yeah, we have. I said, they're going to as well. So let them be children. Get into things. Get into trouble so they learn. And they'll be much better for it when they get older. Because they'll be like, oh, there's some bauxite. Or that's the way I would parent. I don't know if that's right or whatnot, or I don't know. I can't tell you if it's right or wrong. I don't know. I don't have children of my own. Have I helped raise a child? Yes, I have. But am I a parent myself? No. But the way I look at it is let them get into trouble, let them get into things. When they hurt themselves and when they figure it out on their own that, no, that's a bad idea, they will forever go, no, that's a bad idea. Like their friends will go, I had this great idea. They'll look at them and go, are you nuts? I tried that years ago. It doesn't work. It really actually quite hurts. If they learn at an early age, like I did, you will learn and you'll be better for it in the end. For example, I know not to drink 6 beers and get on a sled and power down a hill. I know that's a bad idea now. Why I didn't get hurt, my buddy didn't get hurt. My other buddy that was on it with us did. To the point where we had to drag him back up the hill, explain to his mom what the hell we did, and then take him to the hospital to get stitches. In the end, it wasn't good. Well, it wasn't actually half a dozen beer either. It was about 2 beers each. What we did, or what we ended up doing, is we got that bright idea after a couple beers. And it wasn't like we smuggled beers or anything. Yes, we were underage. Yes, we were drinking underage. His parents bought him booze because, like we told him, we won't go anywhere. If we have booze here, we're not going anywhere. We're not going to do stupid shit. Well, we did, but we just stay in place, we have a few drinks. And for the most part, we were smart and fine. This instance, not so much. We found an old hood off an old Cadillac. We bent the emblem off the front because I figured that'd be a break. Smart thing. We tied a rope to it, and my dumb ass went, this thing will probably glide down the hill pretty good. And my buddy goes, yeah, it will. I went, but we probably get some pretty good frickin' speed off it if we polish the hood first. Morons. So we found some turtle wax in the barn. This stuff was older than tubs of hell. But we squirted all over the hood. We polished it up. She glistened the first time in probably 60 years. Because I tell you, this was an old hood. It was rounded. It wasn't square. It was rounded. So, beauty, we got this thing fucking polished, right? Got the rope tied to it. And there's 3 of us, right? My one buddy, the one that got injured, he rode in the front middle. We're on the back end. And we grab on the rope. It's like, okay, push off. And I got a river hill here right next to us. And we had it was a quad trail, but it was basically like a ski slope. It was a straight shot right down to the valley, right? And it's like, oh, cool, this thing is awesome, right? Oh, we should be able to really light off with this thing and really frickin' haul ass, right? And so it's like, yeah, okay, cool, we can do this. So we get on and we push off and we're... Okay, first of all, going back a little bit, this hill where his house is at, I know, I've surveyed it before for other reasons and for a company, actually, because we're building a house on the other side. It's 130 feet deep. So you have basically a 130-foot slope at 45 degrees, at minimum. Sometimes it's 50. Sometimes it's 60. There was a drop-off that was about 60 degrees. So we flew down this hill. It felt like, at that time, we were doing Mach 1. We were probably only doing 60 miles an hour, but we felt like we were doing Mach 1. And we got about 2/3 of the way, and I looked over at my other buddy that's on the corner, not the middle guy, on the corner, looked at him and went, how are we going to stop? And he goes, bail? And without even going, yeah, okay, both of us bailed off on the corner and tumbled and banged ourselves up and everything else, but otherwise fine. We're not injured. There was enough snow in the bush to protect us. We were fine, a little woozy and dizzy, but we were fine, right? But what we saw was my buddy that didn't notice that we got off, didn't notice that there was no way to stop the sled of doom, and rode that whore all the way down the hill to the point where, okay, this is a river hill. I call it a ravine sometimes, but it's a river hill. At the bottom, there's a river. It's sort of snaky, right? It's not a very big river, but it snakes, right? Well, he impaled that hood into the side of the river, okay? Well, objects that have abrupt stop have an interesting conclusion for the thing that's riding on it. He did not stop. Inertia went, hood stopped, impaled inside of bank. Him going, hey, And he continued on for probably... It felt like it was like thousands of yards, but it really wasn't. It was... He might be only traveled about 200 yards from the hood. But he went through a barbed wire fence. Because, farmers put barbed wire fences on the side so, they can be, quote unquote, safe from Environment Canada from, allowing cattle to go pooping in the river. Okay, actually what it really is farmers don't want the cows going to the edge, falling over and breaking their legs and they can't get them out of the river. That's really what the reason is. Not so much for Environment Canada. They like to think that's what the reason is, but I know what the real reason is. Anyways, so my buddy and I are looking at him going, because he's groveling in pain, and rightfully so. Luckily enough, his snowsuit took the bulk of the damage from the barbed wire fence, because this could have ended very badly. This could have been an end of a story and not a very funny story, as it turns out now. But we went, holy crap. Well, for starters, how do we get on the other side of the river? And I went, oh, well, I know. We just have to go down 100 feet because, the cows do actually go in the river and drink and piss and shit because, there is a bit of a gully there. So we go across there and we look at the hood and go, okay, that's impressive because A, it's frozen, and B, it's kind of embedded in the side. And it's like, okay, well, it's a good thing no limbs were detached there. All right, we run over and we go pick up the other buddy. I'm not saying names because if I tell names, they'll probably go, "Oh, not again! You're still telling this story again?" Yeah, well, the one on the corner would laugh his ass off. The one that got injured, not so much. And we grab him and whatnot, and it's his snowsuit is torn all to hell. His face, not a mark on it, other than some snow pasted to him. But his snowsuit is shredded. And we look at him and go, where does it hurt? And he says, everywhere. He says, didn't you see me hit the fence? And we all went, yes. So it's like, okay, you grab his legs, I grab his feet, or his arms, and let's truck him back. And we got onto the other side of the river, and it's like, okay, I know we're long, we're thin, we're, not much of an issue here. But how the hell are we getting him up the hill? And my buddy goes, well, we use the hood, right? I went, oh, good plan, yeah, it has a rope attached, right? All we have to do is unwedge it from the edge of the river bank, and we can truck it up the hill and pull him up. Cool, good idea. So we go over there, as he's still groveling in pain and snow on the other side of the river. And we go over there and go, wiggle, 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 wiggle. This thing doesn't budge. It's like, we're never getting this thing out, are we? No. Okay. So, what do we do with him? Do we go up and talk to his mother and say, we did stupid shit and we shouldn't have been drinking? Or do we haul him up and then figure out what the hell we're going to say as on the way up? And he goes, like that. How are we going to move him? I went, no idea. I looked around and went, no, got nothing. And he goes, there's a campsite right over here. Well, yeah, we have neighbors that have a campsite not very far from where that is. It's about 200 yards. He says, stay here, keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't grovel in pain too bad. Maybe, I don't know, put pressure on wounds or something, because obviously he went through a barbed wire fence. He's got to have something, right? It's like, yeah, okay. So I'm staying with him, keeping him occupied. I made him laugh a few times. It was a mistake because it was horrible pain for him. My other buddy comes back from the campsite and says, look at this, I got a GT Racer. If you don't know what a GT Racer is, okay, it's a little toboggan thing with 3 skis, and with a bench between 2 skis, and the front has 1 ski and a steering wheel. That's a GT Racer. Those things are deadly. I had at least a dozen beers one night with a guy with a snowmobile pulling me with it, and there's another story involved with that one. I'll tell you later on the next later stream. That one is hilarious as fuck too. Uh, I've had some interesting times over the years, alright? Anyways, we load Buddy onto this thing. Basically, steering wheel between his crotch so he could hang onto the steering wheel as we're dragging his ass up and he can see the trail of destruction on the way past downwards. We drag him up. His father comes up to us and says, "Hey, what happened? I heard some screaming and whatnot." And I said, "Sure you did. That's why you came running." Well, turns out he has been drinking a lot that day. And he said, "What happened to the boy?" And we sort of looked at each other and went, "He may or may not have went through a fence." He goes, "Holy crap, you boys are in trouble." And he wanders away. We looked away. "Alright, one down, one to go," right? Just straight-faced with beer in hand, like the one that's in my hand currently. And he goes, "Huh, well, you boys are in a whole lot of trouble. Alright, have a good one." And he just buggers off. To this day, it was a ranch-style house. I can't remember. I know he went right, which goes to basically nowhere. I don't know where he went. He just disappeared. I guess I wasn't focusing on it or whatnot, or where he went. But all I remember is he buggered off. And other buddy went to the door, knocked on it, and she came out and took one look at my injured buddy and went, "What the hell happened to him?" I said, "Well, if you hadn't noticed what we were doing, we made a toboggan out of the old hood that we found in the bush." And she says, "No explanation needed. You guys aren't drinking anymore until we solve this." She says, "Okay, I'm hauling it inside and taking a look at the wounds." Cause, well, she was a nurse, so she got the snowsuit off. And actually, it wasn't as bad as... I remember, it wasn't as bad as we thought, because the snowsuit took the brunt of it, thankfully. His arm was scratched up, but the worst part was the barbed wire fence cut around his stomach. And he was bleeding a little bit, but it wasn't bad. It really wasn't that bad. It was basically like road rash, but, broken enough of the skin that the road rash was bleeding. She took him to the hospital and ended up like 4 or 5 stitches across his stomach, because some of the gashes were a little bit deeper. But other than that, it was fine, right? Well, what gets me is she never told my mom and dad, and she never told my other buddy's mom and dad what happened. She kept it basically secret. Other buddy that was injured came to school 2 or 3 days later and was like, showing everyone his scars, going, "I got stabbed." Everything else is like, "Oh, I was in a bar fight." Okay, we're 12 years old. No, you weren't. "I was in a bar fight. I got stabbed." No, you weren't. Me and other buddy are looking at each other going, "Okay, we really know what happened with this one." I went, I'm not explaining it. At that point, it wasn't worth explaining. It was just freaking hilarious. But how do you explain some crap like that? It's later on in life, as... What do you mean I have no more room? Okay, you're gone. Happened after... It's loading? Huh? It's loading. Okay, it's back. She had a good conversation with him after he got back from the hospital and that, and said, he even said, "Boys will be boys, Are you really going to yell at him for doing stuff that I would have done at that age?" And he just said, "Honestly, if they learn their lesson from this..." It's still loading. But, I take away from it of... Oh, it's really glitchy right now. Yeah, no, I take away a lot of it. What the hell? Speed test, just see what's going on. it's good implementation device, basically, figuring out what's going on. It is a little slow. I admit, it's a little slow. Taking a little bit of time. Taking a little bit of time. I think the stream's back up. Ah, there it goes. I mean, it's not great in my standards. Okay, we have Starlink, right? When I say it's not great in my standards, it's only like 71, 72 down, and about 6 up. That's kind of terrible for what we normally get, but yeah, we do get better. Typically, it's about 200 down and about 20 up. Sometimes it's only 12 up, but still, that's for where I live. I consider that a win. Yeah, so anyways, with one of the biggest takeaways from that whole instance and what happened was, you just gotta let kids be kids, because I remember his Cole, why is what's attacking me? What? Holy balls! What the hell was? Cole, you stringy, fuck you. Well, we can pick petals all day, but don't mean shit. Oh, we got coal. We got freaking coal. So yeah, no, going back to it, the biggest takeaway that I agree with is, simply put, just let kids be kids. Let us learn at our own pace, and I feel real bad about sometimes the stupid crap that we've done, and people did get really seriously hurt. Pretty sure this is coal. This is coal. It's pure coal. Oh fuck. I have a fight on my hands. Stop that. Okay, I got a couple good hits in them. I got him. Oh, I got him. I can't believe I actually got him. First of all, right now, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to get rid of this thing right now. No, can you turn? FYI, my mouse is pissing me off to the point where I'm going to have to buy a decent one again. Corsair, I went through 4 of them in a month. Asus, this one all of a sudden decided to just absolutely fuck up, and I don't know why. Gaming mice are impossible to keep going. So if anyone has any recommendations for a good mouse that doesn't have this issue, I'm open to it. I think he dissipated. I'm not seeing the plasma spitter anywhere, and it was over here. No, it was over here. There it is. Whew. That right there was something. I got tons of SAM ore, man. Tons of SAM ore. Bauxite, Caterium. Well, that might be a problem. Okay, for starters, we're going to do this. We're going to go up here, and we're going to go up as high as we can. And we're also going to do a pole top of the hill. I'll end it once we get back from the coal brigades, or as much as we can. We can see the spaceport, so it's not like it's that far really away. We found coal. We actually managed to find a stable fuel source. I am quite happy by this. So, yeah, no, going back to the whole child development thing. You know, how, okay, I have to smack my cat's ass once in a while and tap his nose and tell him, don't do that. When he knocked over the gate this time, I didn't have to do anything. He was more scared than anything else. It was like, holy shit, that thing fell down. To the point where it was like, No, I'm not going to yell at him for it. I'm just going to pat him and say, "Hey, are you all right? Are you doing okay? Was that scary?" Things like that, because he doesn't need a negative reinforcement. He knows he did something wrong, so there's no point in yelling at him any further than that. It's just stupid. The same thing goes with children. Okay, yes, children are going to do some stupid shit. I know. I'm the definitive example of doing stupid shit, alright? I have done more crap than anyone that I know. Because I was the guinea pig. I was the guy that would go, "Huh, I dare you to try that." Alright, challenge accepted. And I just frickin' do it, right? I have no wire. Can I quickly build a crafting bench? Can I have enough for that? Can I build some cable? I'll get rid of it in a second. So, yeah, no, I am the definitive proof that you can do stupid shit as a child and still be alive. And you know what? In the general sense of things, because I've done a lot to myself, I've had a lot of injuries. Don't get me wrong. I have got a lot of injuries. But because I do, I also feel I have a lot more common sense and a lot more understandment that if you do stupid stuff, there's consequence to what you do. And I got the song from my cousin one time, and I remember it because I still honestly do it. And it is, "I'm about to do some stupid shit, doo-dah, doo-dah. I hope it fucking works this time. Oh, doo-dah day." Because honestly, there are times that you have no idea if it's gonna work. You hope it does. You really do. You hope this time it's gonna work. Does it sometimes? No. Will it all the time? No. But it doesn't matter. You gotta do it. You gotta... It's like everything in life. You've gotta challenge yourself, and you gotta try new things. And that's kind of the moral of the story. You don't know if and or buts until you try and see if it works. If you fail miserably, you fail miserably. Like, for example, the one time I opened up, actually pretty much first stream on this one, and said, about this girl, and I have feelings that I don't normally have, and it's honest. I am honest about saying that I have feelings that I don't normally have, and should I ask her out or things like that. I didn't necessarily ask her out, but her son is going through the process to get firearms training and things like this. He's young, okay? There's a youth program for this, and he's doing all the proper ways and everything else. But she says, "I know you're a hunter, and I know that you've gone through this yourself, and you've, 25 years later, even having the youth one all the way up to now, that you can, maybe help him out." And I said, "Yeah, okay, no problem." She says, "He needs a firearm for his, training." She's got her possession acquisition license too. It's not a problem. We're both legal. We can both help him out, teach him the proper ways. Yes, the program does teach him a lot about proper ways, like your basic gun safety. If it is a firearm, don't point it at anything you don't want to destroy, because basically a firearm, basic gun safety is, don't point it at anything that you don't want to destroy, because it will. And that goes for human life or any life in general. It is a killing weapon. It is designed to kill. So you have to get it through your head that you have to point it downwards and away from anything that you don't want to destroy. Because once you pull that trigger, you have to deal with consequences, no matter what. And it's that I'm trying to instill, right? So, and basically the other thing is, okay, gun safety number 2. Keep your finger off the trigger. Yes, there are safety devices for the firearms. They work 98% of the time, but it's that 2% of the time that all it takes to prevent it from going off is you keeping your finger off that trigger. So it's quite simple. When you have your thumb either wrapped around the trigger guard or wrapped around anything, don't have your finger on the trigger. Have your finger up off the trigger and just past. So all you have to do is basically a 1/4 inch movement and squeeze. That's it. So don't try to do any funny business. Just keep it simple. As there's another motto that I believe firmly in, is keep it simple, stupid. And it works. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't try to do anything elaborate. Just keep it simple, stupid. I need to make it a bumper sticker. I honestly do. You could do all these funky moves, everything else. Don't matter. Keep it simple. That's all you need to do. Just keep it simple. So, the biggest thing is, like, she wanted to get him a firearm right away. She wanted a customized one, everything else. And I looked at her and went, you know what? No. I have a gun cabinet that has firearms in it. End of story. I said, if he wants to train, we will train him properly. 1, I will not have any live ammunition in a firearm until he learns how to handle the firearm. Period. He's a kid. Not that I don't trust him, but he's a kid. Accidents happen. And accidents happen for a reason. So do you put him in that situation? In this new environment of this relationship? No. No, I do not. I do not want to put him in that situation. It's basically like, okay, no problem. I will train you. There's 0 issues with this. I will train you how to handle the weapon properly. I'll teach you how to clean it. Because a clean weapon will have a whole lot less problems for you. If you clean it properly, there's less chance of it backfiring, shells jamming, numerous issues, barrel bulging, bluing issues, literally endless issues, right? But if you properly maintain your weapon, then you're going to be good. And I honestly take a lot of pride in my weapons. I'm not one of those guys that goes, it's fine. No issues. It'll always fire. No. I'm the kind of guy that once a year, I will literally sit down at the kitchen table. I will pull the bolt out of my gun, and I will disassemble the entirety of the gun and clean it. Why? Because I know from personal experience what happens to a firearm when you don't clean it. Because my grandfather's gun tried to kill me. Several times, actually, but he kept saying it was a good gun. Wasn't. It was not. It was not a good gun. It, to the point where I got so scared of it that I literally took it to the police station and said, this gun is dangerous. Can you disbar it, weld the barrel up, and destroy it? And they looked at me and went, well, you could take it to a gun shop. And I said, no, I want to make sure this gun will never fire another round through it. It is dangerous. I want you to destroy it. And they looked at me and went, No problem, sir. We'll do that for you. And they did. And actually, there's been times too that years and years and years ago, I acquired ammunition, and this ammunition, I won't go into too many details with it, but the average owner cannot own. Okay, and it was no issues. I literally walked into the police station and said, "There's a box of ammunition." I acquired it. I gave him the details on it. I gave him all the details on it. I said I acquired it. Actually, what happened, sort of rough around the story, is I purchased a toolbox, and this box was in it, and it was sight unseen. I bought it, and it came with it, and I went, okay, here's the guy that I bought it from. Here's the information. Here's how I acquired it. I have a box of ammunition here. I know from the law, it is illegal for me to possess this. Can you destroy it for me? And they looked at me and went, no problem, sir. We can do that for you. And it's great. And that's another takeaway too, is I'm trying to instill in the kid too that, the police are actually your friends. Don't need to be scared of them. Just do your due diligence, get your licenses in order, make sure everything's up to date at all times, and be honest with them. If you're honest with them, it's going to go a whole lot better for you. So new development for him, anyways, and I think I've gained a lot of respect from her too. It's like, geez, she wanted to rush out, buy him a firearm, everything else. I said, oh, that's great and all. You have a possession acquisition license. He's getting one, but do you have proper storage? Do you have proper storage for ammunition? Do you have special security? Because is it his case? Is it your case? Because it technically should be one or the other. He has to have specialty keys. You are not allowed to have access to it if it's his, and yada, yada, yada. And it's like, well, I don't have any of that. I said, there's major things with this, and I've got a couple empty cases that I can actually properly set them up and everything like that too. But the biggest thing right now is, no, it's going to be mine, and he is allowed to use it only in arm's reach of me, which is basically the law anyways. Not basically, it is the law. Anyone can use your firearm so long as they're in arm's reach of you. And it's the same thing with hunting licenses too. You can actually be partnered with somebody for a license of an animal, and they can take that animal, but you have to be in arm's reach. So, fair note, anyone that's in Canada and whatnot, if you partner with a license, they have to be within arm's reach of you. They can pull the trigger, but you have to be in arm's reach of them. That is the law. Do people follow the law? Not necessarily. Do I? Yes. By the book. Because if I ever have an issue, it's by the book. So, yeah, no, it's quite good. I've gained a lot. I would say I gained a lot of respect from her because of the circumstance and everything. So, I don't necessarily say it's a relationship, but it's more of a relationship, I'll tell you that much. We have actually discussed having a coffee, actually more than just the coffee. We've actually talked about having a meal together, just to, well, like she says, go over things and stuff like that. She's also moving soon. A different sort of situation. She's moving, but she wants me to help her find a place. Well, as a contractor, that works. I actually can do the legal stuff side of it. I can actually, as the type of contractor that I am, I can legally do home inspections. And what I can actually do is the actual report and come to the clients as a third party. Even though I am technically not, I can come in as a third party and go, okay, so here's what I've viewed as a visualization. Here are the major things that need to be fixed promptly. Here's the cost that I think that it is. Do you want to proceed with this buy offer because it's going to cost this much? And it gives buying options. So, yeah. And it kind of surprised me. She's moving not further away, but actually closer than what she originally said, which is kind of nice for me. Because if it does work out, I'll be that guy no matter what. I'll try to help her out, even if nothing actually ends up and happening and whatnot. Doesn't matter. Either way, I'll still be that friend. Because in the end, it might actually mean more work for me, and anyways, so I'm not going to be a bad guy in the situation no matter what, right? I don't know. I'm one of those passive guys, or good guys, as you could say. And the problem with being a good guy, unfortunately, is we usually get taken advantage of. And from personal experience, we get taken advantage of. Kind of on a regular basis, to be honest. Oh, he's a really good guy. Most women don't look at the good guys. They go, oh, well, they're just mediocre. They're never going to do anything with their lives. Oh, fuck that noise. I've got a pretty decent company. Hey, we're basically there. I've got a pretty decent company going. I have employees. And employees are working out pretty good. The newest one, I would say, he's been on for about a year and a half now. And I'm actually going to surprise him pretty good coming up. We landed a commercial it's a residential job, but it's kind of commercial. It's for a construction company itself to do flooring. So I'm actually, because I pay him by the hour normally. This one, I'm going to pay him by the square foot. I'm going to give him a bonus because it'll work out being way higher than what his hourly rate normally is. So he's going to make some major buck on this one, which is good. I'm really happy for him. Not every day the boss decides to, pay the employee a bit extra. And hey, I'm the boss, right? If I say, yeah, okay, no problem, I'm going to pay you extra. I'm paying you extra whether you like it or not, right? Let me deal with the consequences. Actually, believe it or not, he's not actually an employee. He is, but he isn't. He's actually a contractor. We got him licensed and everything else. So he's actually a sub. Works out way better for him. But the biggest issue with him is I gotta teach him that you gotta keep your receipts. Because usually, even if we went to like McDonald's for coffee, if he buys, he throws away the receipt. I look at him and go, why are you doing this? You can write that off. As a sub, you can write that off. And he goes, really? Yeah, you can. He goes, oh, I'm new to this. This kind of neat. But you can write it off, man. But yeah, no, there's many ways to look at it and everything else, but at the end of the day, we did everything by the book, and it's by the book. You can't complain what we did or how we did it or anything like that. Alright, I can hear the cat downstairs aggressively clawing at things, so I'm pretty sure he wants to go to bed. So I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to end the stream. Episode 6 will be on probably within an hour. I'd say probably around 11 o'clock I'll come back on. Ish. Maybe sooner. We'll see. But I got to put the cat to bed. I got to feed him. Probably get a couple more beers because beers taste good. And yeah, we'll talk about more stories. Stories are good. Stories have morals to them. If anything happens with anything, the morals from my bad stories might help somebody out and go, holy crap, some of these ideas are not actually that good. So, if it helps you, I'm here for you. Anyways, I'm definitely going to find out what the hell the cat's up to. He's a good cat, but he's still a kitten. I have to keep telling everyone that, and I'll tell myself that. He's a kitten. Even though he's a large kitten, he is a kitten. He's still getting into things. But, yeah, if you're new here and you're watching this at a later date, please hit that subscribe button, as it does help us with our goal of 1,000. And, of course, you can do that either by the button down below or the house scroll in the bottom right corner. And he honestly, he's friendly. All you have to do is smack him up the side of the head and he spits out a button. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Bob's your uncle, you're done. And, of course, if you give likes and share my content to all your friends and family, that really does help as well. And, of course, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live and new content comes out. And I will say there's new content coming out in December. For starters, there's a new live stream that's going to be starting up fairly soon, we think. Kind of Gold Rush-esque, but it's a different game. And, of course, there's also a new series that's pending as well. A new video series. We were going to do it as a live stream, but it might be kind of boring for long stints, so we're going to do it as a video. And, yeah, that's going to be coming out in December. It's coming quick, because, unfortunately, Starship Troopers is going to end. But it was a fun game. Some of the UI in it is crap. Lack of building of bases, I don't personally like, but in general, it was actually a good game, and I do recommend it. So if you want to check that out, playlist. I am one of the guys that is religious on playlists. I don't just upload videos. All my videos go into a selected playlist, like this one, Satisfactory. It goes into a playlist saying Satisfactory. So if you want to watch the first episode, you can. And you can watch them in series. And that's why I like anything from War Thunder to the Gold Rush series to Satisfactory to Farming Sim. That's a good one. How I started from where I started and up to now. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, there's lots of them. Mountain Blade, Bannerlord 2, Starship Troopers. There are Assassin's Creed, Sniper Elite. They're all good playlists. I do recommend you watching them and seeing the frustration and everything else of old games. I get it. But, you can watch them. You can watch them from the start, and you can watch them through the series. And, yeah, no, it's a good series, and I hope people do enjoy them. And make sure to definitely hit that subscribe button, likes, and the shares, because it does help us on our goals. And yeah, we'll see you in about an hour, and we'll go from there. Take care, everyone.